Hello, doing a quick recording here of Fortnite Chapter 2. We are playing on an i5 4570 paired with the GTX 1050 Ti. We are playing on Pro settings, which are epic view distance and everything else set to off or low. And yeah, we're just going to be testing out the performance here. I have capped the frame rate at 120 FPS. I find that's about the average frame rate you can achieve with this CPU and GPU combination. And yeah, we are recording using OBS. Inside of OBS, we've selected the NVIDIA encoder, which is part of the 1050 Ti graphics card. So that's handy. It allows us to game and record simultaneously with minimal impact on the actual gameplay experience. But being an i5 CPU, we are running really close to 100%. And yeah, so running the recording will affect performance a little bit. It's not very noticeable. I'm not sure if the recording will have stutter or not, but I will let you know that the gameplay itself is actually really smooth. So if you are looking to put together a really budget system like this, that it is actually a really nice experience. It's not ideal, of course, because your CPU does run at a high percentage most of the time, but it is a nice option. Yeah, so what we'll do here is we'll run around a little bit, hopefully get into a little bit of combat, not die, and continue kind of getting a feel for how the system will perform. And I will mention, if you guys do have any questions throughout this recording, you can always reach out via the YouTube comments, or any other way works as well. And hopefully I'll be able to answer all of your questions and comments there. But yeah, currently you can see we're pretty much pegged at the 120 FPS. The nice thing is we do have MSI Afterburner running there in the top left-hand corner of the screen, so you can watch the frame rate as well as the frame time graph, which is important, and yes, of course, the CPU and GPU usage. And currently it doesn't look like there's a lot of players around us, because our CPU usage is actually pretty low. It's actually around 78-80%. I say it's pretty low because generally when you do get into busier areas, you will be running at closer to that 100% mark. And I know that just from experience and testing out the system earlier. I'm just redoing this recording because the last time I did it, I had a lot of stutter came up in the recording, and that didn't have anything really to do with the system. It just had more to do with my recording settings. I mean, yeah, what we'll continue doing is running around. And with the 1050 Ti, I find like you can play on epic settings closer to that 50-60 frames per second, or even high settings. I personally like, oh, there's a player around here. I personally like playing on low settings. I just find it gives us the best performance. It looks like a bot almost. Yeah, that's a bot. But yeah, you can see it stays around that 120 FPS mark, really solid, like consistently, and the GPU usage is also really close to 100%. Like it's in that 80 range. Like obviously, if you had a better CPU, like if you upgraded to the 4th generation i7, like the i7 4770, you would be able to play with your frame rate uncapped, and you'd probably get anywhere from about 110 FPS all the way up to about 160 in certain areas. It really depends. Like, yeah, it really depends on what's in your environment and stuff like that. Let's reload our weapons here. Continue running around. Hopefully we'll find some other players, but it is really nice and smooth. I'm hoping the recording captures that. Hopefully we don't die here, but either way it will have been a nice recording. Alright, we'll use brick to build here. Can't see him at the time being. He's on top of us, so we're just gonna drop down. But I'm not great at these box fights, whatever they're called. Yeah, you can see we dropped down already and we're pretty much dead. Imagine he'll come down here and start pressuring us, so we just gotta be careful. Oh wow, that's really lucky. That's nice, and we still have the med kit to use up, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. And yes, the recording is still going, which is awesome. Everything's working out all right for this recording. And yeah, we're still sitting around that 120 FPS. I find capping it at 120 is a lot better than uncapped going anywhere from 140 FPS range, just because you're getting a lot more consistency in like your frame time and everything else. So that's all those things combined create the smooth experience, is having a consistent frame time. As well, when you do go into busier areas, your CPU usage isn't already at 100%, so it's able to manage all the additional information that it needs to kind of deal with there. So that's really cool. Yeah, we'll continue running. We do have to get to the next circle here, so that's what we'll be doing. Make sure all our weapons are reloaded. Alright, perfect. Yeah, consistently staying around that 120 FPS mark, which is nice. It's nice they've removed some of the snow from the map, as it is already past the Christmas season, slowly coming in. Well, in a couple more months it'll be spring, so. But yeah, you can see here we're just below that 120 FPS mark, because some parts of the map will be a little bit more demanding. I recommend keeping an eye out on that CPU and GPU usage. And yeah, we'll continue moving. It looks like there is a player up ahead there. Thought I saw someone jumping, but it could have just been me. It's alright, we're in the storm, but we do have a med kit, so we're pretty much set. I believe there's a fireplace somewhere on the island. Yeah, this is nice. We'll be able to come out here and get out of the storm quickly. And it looks like the fireplace has been used, so looks like there will be other players around here. Just not exactly sure where yet, but we'll just be prepared. While we are waiting, we will pop the medkit. Alrighty, continue kind of cruising along here. Frame rate's the same, it's still staying around that 120 FPS mark consistently, so it's not ideal for pairing with like a 144 Hz monitor. I'd recommend getting a better system for that. But if you did have one, it wouldn't be too bad. You would kind of get most of the benefits from the high refresh rate monitor there, but yeah, continue moving around. You can see here moving into the Weeping Woods that the frame rate is a little bit lower. This tends to be a more demanding area of the map, which is nice. We probably should have landed here to test the performance, but I mean, that's hindsight. Grab, see if there's any floppers here. We'll take the, oh, he's right here. Looks like someone is here. Oh, actually, no one is here. I would have thought someone would have been here, but guess not. They must have moved already, which is good, but it's also bad because it means that we're going to have to be more careful. Alright, we'll continue, I guess, following this player down the river here. Just need to be careful if he drops out of it. Alright, yeah, we'll just follow him up here. Just have to be mindful, because he should be able to kind of hear us coming, so we just have to be careful. Should be right around here. I don't think he would have taken this zip line. Oh, there they are. Alright, we're going to see if we can quickly grab that guy. Alright, that's a nice headshot. I mean, we were able to hard scope him. I was hoping that would have hit, but... Alrighty, we'll continue moving in here. I had to mute it just because we've got a lot of background noise at the moment. I wonder if other people will be heading to the same supply drop here, but we do know someone is up this way northwest, so just have to keep an eye out where they are and where they're moving to. So I'd imagine they're right around here still. There are minis, but we're not going to go and grab... Actually, we can. We got 50 seconds. And maybe we'll run into some combat here. Alright, the storm will continue moving in here, but like this whole recording, the whole point of it is like just to show you the performance. Hopefully it turns out alright, but yeah, it's just for you to get an idea how the system will perform. You can keep an eye out on that CPU usage, the GPU usage, and of course the frame time graph. And yeah, we're getting relatively decent 1% lows, generally in the 90 range, so it's been alright so far. Alright, we'll use one of these big pots here. Alright, we can hear other players around here. I'll probably end up taking this. Can't see what else is here. Maybe we'll drop the flopper, but I like to take... Yeah, we'll take the rocket over the flopper. There we go. We'll continue moving. There are... How many players? We've got 9 other players, so yeah. Alright, we can see other... Oh, we're getting sniped at now. So this isn't good. We'll just head into the storm and build up a bit. We might be able to hit a lucky snipe here. Unlikely, but... Alrighty. Looks like there's another player besides just me in the sky. He is down there, but I'm thinking whoever else is down there will have to fight it out, because I don't really want to fight. Well, I do, but I don't want to fight the 2 players. I'd rather just fight one. Oh wow, we could have died right there. Alright, this is going to be really interesting actually. I didn't think we'd make it this far. Yeah, we have to ration those materials that we have left. And we have to go down, so this isn't too fun. Yeah, we're going down now. Oh, we're done. But anyways, that should be actually a really solid recording there, and should give you a really accurate idea of how this system will perform playing Fortnite Chapter 2 on pro settings here, epic view distance and everything else set too low. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks.